If you're a busy leader and feel that you need to spend an hour in the gym in order to get results, that belief is the exact reason why you're stuck and inconsistent. And in this video, I'm going to give you the complete 20-minute workout that you need to do as a busy leader who needs more energy, not more exhaustion. Right now, you don't have a "I'm not training hard enough" problem. You have a "I'm not consistent" problem. This workout isn't here to help you become a bodybuilder or smash PBs. It's here to get you in the gym consistently so that you come in, get it done, and leave feeling better than when you started. If you don't know me, my name is Isaac Lewis, and I've been a personal trainer and coach over the past 11 years. I work specifically with leaders who've had success in their career or business, but it's come at the expense of their health. And this workout is one of the most effective things that you can do if you fall into that category. A quick note before we get stuck in, I've made a 2-minute scorecard called the Complete Leaders Audit. This shows you exactly where you might be leaking energy across your health and fitness, your personal leadership, and your leadership of others. The link is in the description. I'd recommend watching this video and then go take it afterwards. Let's get stuck in. So here is the 20-minute structure. I'm genuinely not lying when I say 20-minute workout. We're going to do a 3-minute machine warm-up, then we're going to go straight into around 12 minutes of strength work, and then we're going to finish off with 5 minutes of a feel-good finisher, so that you leave the gym with endorphins high, feeling amazing, and your energy higher than when you walked in. So here's what we're going to go through first. We're going to go through 40 seconds easy, 20 seconds hard, and you're going to do this 3 times. That's 3 minutes of work. Oh, okay, job done. Warm up, tick. So now we're going to get stuck into the bulk of our strength work, which will make up the majority of this session. So what you're going to do, you're going to choose 4 to 5 exercises, and I'd recommend doing full body here. So that could include 2 lower body exercises, 2 upper body exercises, and then 1 core exercise. And like I said right at the start of the session, the goal here isn't to set PBs. I want you going with an intensity where you leave about 3 reps in the tank. So if you're going to failure here, this is too difficult. We want to leave you feeling good with more energy. So the first exercise I'm going to choose is a strict overhead barbell press. I'm going to make sure that I do at least 1 warm-up set. Depends on how heavy you go, but make sure that you are sufficiently warm. So I'm going to do a warm-up set, and then I'm going to get stuck into my working sets. And remember, the intensity I'm aiming for is around 3 reps in reserve. That's going to be enough that it doesn't completely wipe me out, because remember, if you're feeling stressed and busy from life and work, you do not need to be maxing out. So that's the intensity I'm looking for. And I'm going to have about 1 minute rest in between my sets. The reason for short rest is because I'm not pushing to failure. The goal of this workout is to be quick, efficient, and boost my energy. Okay, so I've just done my warm-up set. I'm now going to get stuck into my first working set. I'm going to be doing 2 working sets, and I'm aiming to finish with around 3 reps left in the tank. Okay, first set done. So I did 9 reps on that. I'm now going to rest for 1 minute, and that was about 3 reps in reserve. So hard enough that I'm feeling that I'm working and I'm out of breath, as you can probably tell, but not too hard that I feel completely annihilated. So I'm going to do 1 more of those sets, and I'm going to move on to my next exercise. Okay, so that's my second set done. I'm now going to move on to a lower body exercise. So I'm going to do a barbell reverse lunge. The reason I'm choosing this is because I'm basically set up in exactly the same place, which means I don't have to waste time setting up a whole different station. I'm actually just using as much as I can within 1 spot, which as a busy leader that's short on time and lacking energy, that is a perfect thing to do, because that's going to make your life a lot easier so that you can enjoy getting in, doing the job, being more consistent in the gym and leaving feeling better than when you first came in. So as I said before, I'm going to do a warm-up set. If you need to do 2 warm-up sets quickly, that's fine. It depends how heavy you're going, i.e. the heavier you're going, the more warm-ups you'll need. But for this, I'm keeping it pretty light today. So I'm going to do an empty bar set and then get stuck straight into it. I'm going to do at least 1 warm-up set first. The heavier you're going, the more warm-up sets you need. I'm keeping it pretty light today, so I'm just going to do 1 warm-up set. Then I'm going to get stuck into my 2 working sets with 1 minute rest in between each set. Okay, warm-up set done, so I'm going to get stuck into my 2 working sets now. I'm going to aim for around 10 reps on each leg, with around 3 reps left in the tank. Okay, so I've done my 2 sets of reverse lunges. I'm now going to set up for pull-ups, because again, I'm using exactly the same space and I don't need to set up something else. That is a waste of time. If you're short on time, keep it easy, keep the setup very simple. Whether or not you can do pull-ups, that isn't the point of this. I'm just choosing it because for me, that's easy and I can do it in exactly the same place. But if you were doing all dumbbell exercises, you could do a single arm row. This is one of my other upper body exercise. But again, it doesn't matter whether you can do pull-ups or not, I'm just choosing to do that. You have full license to choose a different exercise that you either enjoy more or you can do. Okay, 1 set done. So again, 1 minute rest, exactly the same format. I'm going to do another set with around 3 reps in reserve. Then I'll move on to my next lower body exercise. Okay, for my next exercise, I'm going to do a goblet squat. This is my 2nd lower body exercise. Then I would have done 2 upper body, 2 lower body, 2 sets of each. And then I'm just going to finish off on a core exercise. So let's get stuck into the squats. Okay, so I ended up doing like 20 reps on that because for me, again, I said I was taking it quite light today. So 1 minute rest, and I'm going to do it again. So, done my 2 upper, 2 lower. Going to finish off with some hanging knee raises because that's the core exercise I want to do. Again, the point of this, you don't need to do this exercise specifically. You could do a plank, you could do a side plank, you could do some dead bugs, like whatever core exercise you enjoy, that's what you can choose. I'm just choosing it because I like these, but for the purposes of this video, I'm choosing 2 upper, 2 lower, and a core. That is a really nice way to structure your training sessions so that you can make the most out of these 20 minutes. There we have it, strength work is complete. Now, whatever any time left you have of the 20 minutes, I've got 5 minutes now, I'm going to do 5 minutes on 1 cardio machine, and each minute I'm going to incrementally increase the intensity. So I'm going to start off really steady, and each minute I'm going to finish on my hardest one. So I can finish with endorphins high, bit of a sweat on, feeling good. There we go, guys. 20 minutes, done and dusted, feeling good, heart rate's high, I've had a sweat, and that's how simple it can be. And that last part with when I was on the ski erg, again, you can choose any cardio machine you like. I just chose that because I like it. That is key for busy, successful leaders, but people who are feeling drained of energy. That is key. It's not about beasting yourself within this workout, because remember, you haven't got a I'm not training hard enough problem. You've got a I'm not training consistently enough problem. So that bit there is going to leave you feeling great. You do not need to beast yourself. You're going to boost your energy from it. It's about an energy reset. And when you start getting that into your head, that is when you're going to be so much more consistent as a leader with your health and fitness and your training. Now, if you're looking at that workout and you're thinking, oh, I really should be doing more than that, like you may have done that in your 20s or your 30s when you had not the level of responsibility that you have now, and you just had the energy and headspace to be able to go harder. And it's not to say that you won't be able to do that in the future, but for where you're at right now, where you're not training consistently, you're constantly overworking, work is waking you up in the middle of the night because that is all that's on your mind, and you haven't been to the gym in 6 months, 12 months or more, that is all you need to do. Okay, you need to remove barriers, and time is one of the biggest barriers for all of the leaders that I speak to and work with. And I've just showed you there exactly what you can do, because if you do that consistently 3 to 4 times a week, in 30 days, you are going to transform. You are going to feel like a different person. And that's going to spill over into everything else that you do, how you show up for your team, your clients, your friends, your family, and your partner. So in summary, here's exactly what I did. I did a 3-minute warm-up with 40 seconds easy, 20 seconds harder. I did that 3 times. I then chose 5 strength exercises, but you could even do 4. And I did 2 upper body exercises, 2 lower body exercises, and then I did 1 core exercise for roughly around 10 reps on most of them. I did a few more on the goblet squats because it was particularly light for me. And then I finished off with 5 minutes on a cardio machine. I chose the ski erg, and every minute I increased the intensity. So it was just 5 minutes, started off really steady, and then I finished the last 2 minutes were pretty hard. And that was it, in and out in 20 minutes. Remember, this is not a peak workout. This is not to give you maximal results. This is an energy reset workout. When you haven't been to the gym for 6 months, 12 months, you're feeling lethargic and you're creating the barrier in your head that you can't do it. You don't have the headspace or energy to go and deadlift heavy or squat heavy. You don't need to. This is about removing barriers, boosting energy, and getting your love for it back again. So I really hope you found that useful. Thank you so much for watching. And as I said in the start of the video, if you would like a 2-minute scorecard to see exactly where you're leaking energy right now as a leader, hit the link in my description. It's called the Complete Leaders Audit, and it will give you a personalized score across the 3 key areas of leadership: your personal leadership, your health and fitness, which is what I've spoken about a lot today, and your leadership of others, your public leadership. Hit the link in the description, take that scorecard, see your instant results, and I'll see you in the next video.